So let's have a look here at managing Linux processes on the Linux command line or the Linux terminal, Linux bash shell. I'm going to be talking especially about, this is more directly related to the Linux terminal, but it will apply to some other Linux processes as well. It talks about starting, switching between, and killing processes, foreground and background. For this, I created a new command, and it's basically just a Perl script with an infinite while loop that says freeze, because that's exactly what it's going to do. It's going to freeze my terminal while it's running, so that way it'll be easy to tell when I'm in the foreground, because it will freeze my. I won't have a cursor. We'll see. I'll show you when we get started. So when we start something in the Linux console, we have two ways to start it. We can start at foreground just by typing its name, or we can get fancy and add an ampersand to that, telling it to go to the background. An ampersand in the name. Now this is the job number, and this is the process ID. So if I just type that straight in, that's where my console disappears. See, I don't have a prompt. Everything I type, it's not really being echoed back. It's just not there. Okay, it's just running. So jobs tells me all my running jobs, if it's actually there. Now to send my foreground process that's locking me up like this, to send that to the background, I can use, I can kill it with Control C, as in Charlie. Control C, and I've also got Control Z, and these are very different. Control C is to kill the existing current process. Control Z is to send it to the background. So you've seen some videos where they will tell you to hit Control Z to end the program. It doesn't end anything. It's in the background, which will give me everything back again. Well, this one, so I actually sent it, just kind of stopped it there. Maybe it's to run it in the back. I'm sorry, that just stopped it, but it paused it and sent it into there. I'm sorry. Get that right. So now you can see we got two running ones, both backgrounded. That's what this ampersand is. One I started as a background, one I did it in the background. So Control C puts a temporary freeze on it, pauses the process. It doesn't, but then it also allows me to gain the console back. Now to bring one back up from the background, I can use FG and its job number. So I've got FG and a job number on here. Now it's in the foreground again. Now it's not going to do anything until I send it back on out. So again, I paused it, and I can get it running again too, just by putting FG or BG on that. Now I can also kill one of these processes with its process ID. Just using the kill command and I don't know what happened here. Okay, let's see here. Try this again. And now that killed one. I'm not sure what I pasted before, but tried to paste from the keyboard. So I just killed one of my processes. Job 1 is gone. Job 1's jobs, not LS. LS is your directory listing. But now I can see that I've only got one still when it's stopped. But I have one left. Now I can bring this up also into the foreground. Job ID. Some uses a job ID and some use a process ID. Now I've just brought this critter back on into the foreground, and now I can use the Control C, and that just terminated it. Another thing too is the PS command. PS command will show you the running processes. In this case here it's showing, and it's more so for the, in this case it's children of this, because you can see I've got other stuff running here. I've got all kinds of windows running on this machine. I've got my screencaster. I've got all this. So, file managers and everything else. But this is just children of this current bash shell. So I've got the bash shell and I have the process listing command that was running at the same time this was in here. And how long have they been running for? Well, this isn't really valid for the bash, but it should tell me on the other ones if I had those. Open up a few of these guys, and now you can see, it will show me that they've been running for X number of seconds. This one was just started. So these guys, actually that's different. Yeah. So these guys here are all now running in my background. And I can kill them with the kill and process ID, which is what's given to me here. Or I can switch to the foreground, which is oftentimes easier. And just kill them that way. You can also get, whoops, didn't kill it. And so you can also get more processes as well with further flags on the PS. Just take a look. There's also more on the jobs as well. Actually, let's see, it was, yeah, I'd have to enter more on there as far as, it would be help all. It wants more before I go into there. Jobs as well, you can type the --/help, --help, and you can get a lot more information on the jobs management system as well. And a lot of things you can do that with a lot of Linux commands. But that is process management with the console in a nutshell. Thank you for watching.